All right, so today I wanted to briefly talk a little bit more about crypto because um, Bitcoin and pretty much every other major crypto is down a pretty good amount. Well, namely today, I think it dipped below 30,000, at least at the time of me making this video, 30,000 US. Where it'll be when this comes out, it won't be that long, but Bitcoin can move a lot. It could easily move five, $10,000 in 12 hours, right? So um, it's dipped, and what has caused this recent dip, at least what they're telling people, is China seems to be actually banning Bitcoin this time around, or at the very least Bitcoin mining, because you can't really ban Bitcoin. It's like saying you're going to ban the internet or ban communication between people. So, but again, I have this article pulled up here from CNBC titled Tim Draper is still, well, he's a billionaire. Billionaire Tim Draper is still bullish that Bitcoin will reach 250,000 by the end of 2022. So this is the point I wanted to bring up here that um, when it comes to the crypto space right now and over the last couple months or so, it is pretty much exclusively institutional, noobs, everyday kind of people that are quote unquote losing money, because again, you're only losing money if you sell at a loss, right? This is another one of the many things people don't understand about investing, is that they think that they invest $10,000 into something and the value goes down, that, oh, we've lost money. But no, you've only lost money if you sell, right? Because for all you know, the next day it could go up to 10,100 and, oh, you've quote unquote made money. But again, you haven't made money until you sell, made or lost money, right? So that's another thing people need to keep in mind. And what is happening here is very obvious in my mind. And again, like the caveat you always have to throw out is, do your own research. I'm not an expert, all that kind of stuff, right? So now that I got that out of the way, like I said, but like I was getting into, um, the rich and the Bitcoin whales are buying the dip. The people that are selling are the noobs, right? And again, like I'm reading this in forums and stuff right now too, on Reddit and stuff. It's like, and again, I understand where the position a lot of these people are in, but again, the problem with the crypto space, I think, over the last 6 months or so, especially, is you've had a lot of people get into it that have no business getting into it, and that not only includes like your everyday people, but it also includes a lot of, like, celebrity isn't the right word, but like some of these social media quote unquote influencer types that, again, they get into it, they pump their shit coin, right? Some people make money, some people lose money, and again, it's just a bad look for the space. And this is something I just, of all the things, it's one thing I just can't stand, right? Because again, 99.9% of coins have no value, right? That they may be good in some ways, but at the end of the day, they're not good, right? And again, just because you can do transactions faster or cheaper than Bitcoin doesn't make you better than Bitcoin. Just because you have exposure to the NFT space doesn't make you better than Bitcoin, right? And this is the thing, a lot of people, maybe they don't like to hear it, but it is the reality. The crypto space is going to follow Bitcoin, right? So all the people that say, "Oh, Bitcoin, I don't recommend buying it. It's too slow. It's not fast enough." Right? Again, the 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 writing is on the wall. Where Bitcoin goes, the crypto space is going. And a lot of those kind of guys, those are a lot of the shitcoin pumpers too, right? Now there's some guys that pump coins that I think are, maybe pump isn't the right word, but they promote coins that I think are good. Like the privacy coins, like maybe Ethereum and Cardano, ones like that. But um, the problem, like I said, at the end of the day, the space will follow Bitcoin. So if you want your altcoin to go up, you also need to be a fan of Bitcoin. There's no way around that in my mind. And I've been saying this for not that long, but probably a month or two at least, and it's clearly been proven right. Right? We had a big dip. What was it, like a month or two ago? Prices came back up. I think we broke 50,000 Canadian again, and then they were back down again. right? And that, pretty much all the coins follow that too. So, and again, some coins can stave that off too. I remember Cardano held out pretty good after the first crash. Like it stayed up for a week or two, but then it came down again. It's back down to $1.40 something Canadian, like which is the same as it was like 3-4 months ago. So um, there's kind of 2 points like I'm making here is that for all the noobs out there, and again, like I said, this is just my opinion. Obviously, do your own research, but um, the price is going down because people are panic selling because nothing fundamental has changed. And this is the thing. This is another reason why noob investors lose money too. Is that and this is the reason why hedge funds make so much money. This is the reason why the quote unquote rich make so much money. And as much as I hate rich people and hedge funds doing shady stuff, I really don't care when they do stuff like this because, again, people who make bad decisions in life, the only way that they learn from those bad decisions is being forced to learn from those bad decisions. So if you bought Bitcoin at 50,000 and you're selling right now, and it goes to 250,000, you wait till 50,000 to buy in again. You're, you've missed the boat, right? You've missed the boat. So, and here's the other thing, and this is from Ray Dalio, or I don't remember who it is, but one of those like one of these big guru and investment managing types, and that I don't remember what the exact quote was, but it went something along the lines of this. If you buy an asset for, let's say you think the asset's worth $100, or let's just say take Bitcoin's case, you think it's worth $100,000, and you buy it and let's say you're buying it at 50, right? And it drops to 40, you should be even more bullish than when it was at 50 because you still think it's worth 100. And this is the problem that noob investors make is that they think the price has gone down. That's a bad thing, but it's actually a good thing. And there's one caveat to that. The one caveat is if something fundamental has changed about the asset, right? Like let's just say someone does hack Bitcoin. That would be something fundamental that would be concerning, right? Let's just say, I don't know, like people like Michael Saylor and people like this, like a bunch of these, like Pompliano and the Winklevoss twins, like if a bunch of those kind of guys started coming out and being like, yeah, I'm bearish, that would be something that would actually be concerning. But when it comes to this scenario, like nothing fundamental has changed. So this is the thing. Um, People should be as bullish about Bitcoin as they've ever been, in my mind, right? In my opinion, because you're getting an asset that I think is worth. I think it's worth at least the 80,000 Canadian that it, or 81,000 Canadian that it peaked at. I think it's worth 100, and I think it is worth 250 by the end of 2022. So this is the thing, and this is the thing too for all the people that are unsure about what to do. And like I say, do your own research. But what I do, number one, don't try and time the market. This is another thing that rookie mistakes people make is they try and time the market, which again, obviously it's possible, but at the end of the day, again, if you're bearish on Bitcoin, again, who cares if you get a 100% return or 105% return? Like, who cares? You're still making massive amounts of money. And this is another thing I really don't understand about people. It's like, oh, why are you dollar cost averaging, or um, why are you using this platform that charges a 1% fee when this other platform charges a 0.8% fee? Like, does it really matter? Like, seriously, like, does it really matter? I don't think it does, right? Um, so again, the take-home point here is that nothing fundamental has changed about Bitcoin. In fact, I would argue we should be even more bearish than we were a month ago, or 6 weeks ago, 8 weeks ago. simply because more and more of these kind of people are getting into the space. And I think the one problem that we're probably going to see in Bitcoin at one point, and I already pointed it out in the last video, is that what's going to happen is we're going to have the usual, right? It's going to be, oh, the billionaires are just getting richer, right? And that I mean, not to mention too, we're going to have a lot of people that were by no means rich that are going to become billionaires and people that are worth hundreds of millions off this stuff too. I mean, that this probably takes 10, 20 years, but you're going to have people that put $100,000 into Bitcoin or into crypto, you know, now that are going to make tens of millions, hundreds of millions, right? It's going to happen. And we're going to get this inevitable, oh, we got to tax it. It's not fair. Oh, the billionaires just got richer. Well, this is the point, like I brought up at the start. You deserve every negative ramification that comes your way, in my opinion, if you panic sell. Because you're panic selling for no reason. Like there's no reason to be selling in my mind at this point. Like who cares about China? Like someone else will pick up the, I don't know what the exact computer term is for it, but they'll make up for the lack of mining in China somewhere else. And not only that, it'll just give people less of an excuse for the whole blood diamond comparison, which I think is hyperbolic, but nonetheless, like the less Bitcoin that's mined in China, in my opinion, the better. So like I said, if anything, we should be bullish about this news, right? Again, Elon, like the thing that one of the things that caused the last crash, which I think is stupid, I pointed that out. But again, Elon Musk and Tesla, we're not going to be accepting Bitcoin anymore. But they also mention we ain't selling, right? We're not selling, right? So again, that the point at the end of the day is, like I brought up, is that the noobs, the normies are getting played like a fiddle, right? And it's nothing new. It's nothing new. This is how I mean, you look at the stock market too. Like if you look at the best years from the S&P 500 over the last 20 years, they have all followed a negative year, right? If you look at the top three, they've all followed a negative year. You have '09, you have, was it '03 or whatever? That was quite a while ago. And then you have last year. Maybe there's one other in there that I'm missing, but nonetheless. And it's the same thing with Bitcoin, I think. The best time to be buying is when the price is going down. So, anyway, like I say, do your own research. Obviously, that's very important. Don't listen to anyone, no matter how much of an quote unquote expert they are. Um, but at the end of the day, I think that again, nothing has changed. And something for me personally too is that when I first got into things like last summer and fall, I was checking the price like 10 times a day. Like seriously, like one of those kind of people. Now it's maybe once or twice, right? And I mean, I might see it on social media. Someone will post it, like I'll see it on Twitter or whatever. But even though technically I should be looking at it more. But at the end of the day, I don't care because as I've done more and more research, I found that yeah, there's more confident about this, even though the prices came down a lot. So anyway, that's what I wanted to bring up today. If you liked the video, make sure you hit that like and subscribe if you haven't already. Make sure you check out those links below. Follow me on those other platforms. If you want to donate, you could do that as well. Again, I would very much appreciate whatever support I can get. But like I said, check out those links and stay tuned for more.